What were they fighting about?
They won't say. No, I can't think of a reason. They're not exactly two of a kind. Patterson is a very quiet one. Mercer is the opposite.
Perhaps that's reason enough.
Could be.
Have either of them been in trouble before?
No, nothing that's been reported, that is. Of course, Miss Harker might know more. Both women are from her wing.
Well, of course, if either of them had been in trouble, we would have heard, I suppose.
About something serious, yes. I believe a number of minor offences go unreported on North Wing.
Oh, why's that?
For the sake of experiment. Prisoners are sometimes given a second chance.
I've known you give them that, Mrs. Armitage.
Not for an experiment.
No? Miss Harker is adventurous.
Yes.
You still begrudge her that? Slightly, perhaps?
No, I don't think so. Not even slightly. I might begrudge her age and her chances. I was taught in an old school, a different kind of school. There wasn't much in the way of experiment. But I suppose I could be adaptable.
Given time.
Given a lot of time.
So, how many reports have we this morning?
3 reports against discipline, madam.
Good, let's get on with them then, shall we?
Very good, madam. Rowena Patterson.
Is your name Rowena Doris Patterson?
Yes, madam.
You're charged under Rule 47, paragraph 20, for offending against good order and discipline by fighting in the workroom on Thursday, January the 15th at 3:15 p.m. You're reported by Officer Dale.
Madam, at 3:15 p.m. on the 15th of January, I was in the workshop with Miss Johnson when I heard a noise. I saw Rowena Patterson fighting with June Mercer. I separated them both and reported them.
You heard what the officer said. Is this true?
Yeah, true.
I see you've said nothing in writing. Is there anything you wish to say now?
Nothing.
Why were you fighting?
Dunno, madam.
You mean you fight for no reason?
Oh, there's got to be a reason.
So what was yours?
Mine?
Reason for fighting?
I'll forget, madam.
You forget.
Yeah. Well, it was sort of hot in the workroom. Too hot. Gave me a headache.
And that causes you to fight?
Madam?
A headache?
I suppose so, yeah.
Well, I think perhaps you should be seeing the doctor.
I don't think so, madam.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think there's anything wrong with you apart from a possible temper, right?
Dunno, madam.
Well, if you don't want to give me the proper replies, I can't make you. 7 days loss of privileges. Who's next? Why were you fighting?
No particular reason, madam. I just felt like it.
I said why.
I don't know, madam.
They didn't ought to keep you here when it's your son's birthday.
How old is he, Winnie?
41 now.
He ought to be old enough to have a birthday on his own.
My kids have never had a birthday on their own. Not till now. I've always been there.
Not this time, darling.
I've asked them.
Have you?
They always say no. Not important enough for home leave, they say. It's important to me.
It's no good just asking them, Winnie.
Eh?
You've got a bribe.
Bribe them?
Yeah.
What with?
Money, of course.
I ain't got no money.
Well, tell them you'll have it sent. It's the only way, love.
But who?
Who?
Who do I bribe?
Try Miss Harker. She looks as though she could do with a few bob.
Just suddenly blew up. You know the way these fights do.
About nothing.
Oh, there must have been something, but I didn't hear it. I was working.
No argument beforehand.
Oh, there was some disagreement going on, but then there usually is. You get used to it. I mean, they don't all end up in blows.
No.
Do you know, if you want my opinion, there's too much freedom going around these days. Some of them think they can get away with murder.
So, who was involved?
Mercer and Patterson.
Yeah, I know that, but who else was there?
Evans, Smith, Harris. Oh, yes, and French. She's always there in the thick of things.
French?
And French. You know the one. Always looks as if she's too good to be true. But when there's trouble, she's in there somewhere.
Participating?
Oh, no, never that. Well, you never see her doing it. She's always there somewhere with that sweet, innocent smile on her face.
Anne French?
That's the one.
Morning, miss. It's all right, not complaining.
About what?
Food, miss. Not quite like Mother makes it.
Who said you were complaining?
Oh, sorry, miss. I thought... Well, it was just the way you were looking at me. See, I never complain.
Not about anything.
No, miss. Not worth it, is it? Do your time and get out. That's the best move.
Is it? I hear there was some trouble in the workshop yesterday.
Well, sort of trouble.
Were you involved?
Me, miss? No. I had my head down in my work, you know. It was all over by the time I looked up. Well, can I go now, miss? My food'll get cold.
Yes, go on.
Hello. Hello. How'd you get on?
All right.
I was worried about you.
Were you?
Yeah, I thought the door would open up and I'd find myself a new cellmate.
Don't say that.
Right.
Don't ever say things like that. Please.
All right, I won't.
Obviously, they've been fighting about something, but talk to them, ask them what, nothing. Might as well ask a dog why it barks.
It's the code.
Oh, I know that.
Them and us. You never change it.
I've no intention of trying.
Oh,
Just an observation, Charles, nothing more.
you're lucky. I wish I had the time.
To do what?
To observe.
Oh, don't tell me you've given it up.
No. I leave it to those with the right equipment. Consultant psychiatrists, therapists. I deal with happenings, not motivations. Better minds are paid to provide me with those.
Yes, but at the beginning of your career,
Oh, that was different. I was the world's worst bore then. Tried to do everyone's job in theory.
don't believe a word of it.
Neither do I.
Pure invention.
Perhaps it's how I'd like to be. Sure, it's how Beth would like me to be, less involved.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other night, an ex-magistrate. He believes that most women make unnatural prisoners.
Oh, do you agree with him?
Peter Mays doesn't.
Peter Mays wouldn't. He was dipped in logic when he was a child. How about you?
Yes, I think I do agree. But so much we see is only on the surface.
Oh, there's a psychotherapy unit that'll dig deeper.
No, I'm talking about us. I'd like to know what's going on inside their minds, but in my own way.
Well, you'll never find out because they never tell you. Not everything, it's all they've got.
Possibly.
They wouldn't even share those things with each other.
I still reckon your mum and dad might not like me.
Of course they will. I'll make sure of that. I'm the boss in our house, you know.
Oh.
So that's what you're going to do when you leave here. You're coming to live with us.
That would be marvellous.
You'll have a room of your own. We got this massive house. You can get lost in it.
What sort of house?
Queen Anne. You love the country.
Reckon I'll fit in?
Of course you will.
I don't think I've ever been there. Not properly. I went to Ilford once.
I can't wait to get back to that village. All the fellas will be queuing up to take me out. Don't forget me. Nobody ever does. Well, they're a load of Swedes, really. Right yokels. But they're good for a giggle.
All I want
Yeah?
is peace and quiet, that's all.
You'll get it.
Then I'll be all right. My family, it's been nothing but bloody noise since the day I was born. I don't want no more of that. And I want you as my friend always.
I remember once there was this fair at home.
Yeah?
Well, a little tatty one, you know. A few stalls, dodgems, bit of music playing, you know.
And there was this fella, a townie, all the gear, you know.